Hello, welcome to my channel. Now today you already learned how to thread the machine. Now we're gonna learn how to do your first basic stitch. So your basic stitch is gonna start like this. You put take two pieces of fabric for stability, and then you put it right here in this first line. There are different lines, depends on what you're sewing and how big you want the stitch to be. It could be here, it can be here, it can be here, it can be here. That would be like 1.25 inches. But today we're gonna do a little over 1/4 inch stitch. It is a 1/4 inch. So what we're gonna do is follow that line to keep the stitch straight. This line will help you to stay straight, and then I put down my needle, and then I start the stitch, and then I back it up in order to tack the stitch so the stitch doesn't come out. And you keep following the line, you keep follow until you go all the way to the end. And if you need to adjust your fabric, you stop and adjust the fabric and continue to sew. And when you reach the end again, then you back it up again and continue, and then you pull it out. Then you put your needle inside so you can pull with ease your fabric. So I'm using the contrast color thread so you can see the stitch, because if it's the same color, it's gonna be hard to see the stitch. But when you're sewing something that you're gonna need to use, you make sure that you have the right color thread that matches your fabric. So now I'm gonna do another stitch so you can see how to keep your stitch straight. So I'm lining my stitch with the second line, and then I'm gonna keep it straight. So you do your best to keep your stitch straight as much as you can, because that's gonna help you sew your garment better. Now I stop, and then I go back in order to tack. So this is the reverse button. That's what I touch. Once you press it, it goes back and it makes your stitch seal so the stitch doesn't come out. And then you pull and cut your thread. And some of the machines have a way to cut the thread too. Mine is the faff is in the back, but some of them is on the side. There's a little what they call a razor blade back here. It's hard to see it because they make it into this, and you can also cut the thread. Let me show you if I can. You can also cut your thread like this. You do like that once you're done sewing, and then you see the blade. But some of the machines, the blade is on the side. Okay, so that's your basic stitch, and you can also keep doing the stitch. So I'm gonna do a little smaller now. You can keep doing the stitch until you get balance in the machine. Keep doing the stitch until you balance. You can fill up that little piece of fabric until you learn how to keep a straight stitch, you see? And you can turn it over without cutting the thread. And I'm gonna do another smaller. It's a little smaller, and try to just keep trying your best to keep a straight stitch. And I'm going back again until I fill up the line, the piece of fabric with stitches. And there you have it. Sometimes you can, so I'm gonna go back to the back now and cut the thread. And then sometimes people even go this way, just so you can make good use of your little fabric. So, until you learn how to do your line, you just keep going until you can do the line straight, until you get comfortable with using the fabric and the thread and in your machine. You see? Perfect. So now I'm hoping that you can do this. If you need to go back with the video so you can learn how to do your first simple stitch.